Screw you. You're bossing my brother around. Who the hell do you think you are? What? I went all the way to your house to hang out with him. But why is my brother the one making dinner? You're the one who should be cooking. You are his wife, you know. Well, he's in charge of the housework in our house. James is a very good cook. He says he can spare some time to take care of the chores because he works remotely from home. Huh? Just because he works from home, it doesn't mean he has free time. He's still working, whether it's at home or in the office. It's rather hard for him to switch on and off when working from home. You should take care of the house. I know, but I have a long commute. It would be more efficient if James did the housework. In exchange, I pay for all the food and living expenses. I got excited about today hearing you were coming over and bought expensive meat. The Wagyu steaks were delicious, weren't they? Huh? Don't get cocky just because you're paying the living expenses. My brother was so kind to marry an old hag like you. It's only natural for you to pay for all the living expenses at least. What? And it's only natural for you to prepare fancy meals upon my arrival. I'm your husband's sister. It's your duty to treat me with respect. Michelle? Did you just call me an old hag? What's wrong with calling an old hag an old hag? You're 6 years older than my brother. My brother was generous enough to marry an old lady like you. Don't get carried away and support him as his wife. You should pay for everything and take care of the house too. What? Pay for everything and do all the chores too? And yet, you treat him like a slave in front of me. Today, you didn't even help him a bit with the barbecue, did you? And all you did was eat with a smile on your face. Don't tell me you're always like this. Well, it's always like this actually. He wants me to eat the freshly cooked dishes, so I always sit down and eat first. Are you kidding me? I'm going to check on you every day from now on. I'm keeping an eye on you so that you don't make him work any harder. What? Keep an eye on me? I'm coming over for dinner every day from now on. I'm not gonna let my brother cook anymore. You will be doing all the cooking. And you shall stand in the kitchen and wait until we're done eating. I'll show you how you should act as his wife. I come home after 8 p.m. at the earliest, no matter how hard I try. You want me to cook dinner from there? Then, just work harder and come home at 5 p.m. If you're a wife, you should put your family first, not your work. Oh no. I'll be here straight after my college classes are over. Besides cooking, I'll also check on your cleaning and laundry. I'll make sure if you really are worthy of being my brother's wife. I don't want any more excuses. James, I need you to talk to Michelle about this. I can't have her come to our house every day. Michelle eats a surprisingly large meal, so it costs a lot of money for food. And most of all, she keeps texting me to come home early from work. I'm sorry, Cindy. I told her not to meddle in our marriage, but she won't listen to me, saying, "It's for my brother's sake. Don't spoil your wife." I knew she had an excessive attachment to you, but I never thought she'd be like this even after we got married. I thought that, since she accepted me as your wife, she was positive towards our marriage. It seems she really hadn't approved our marriage at all.
She told me it's not too late to marry someone else.
What?
She doesn't seem to like the fact that I'm in charge of the housework. She thinks that you married me because you wanted me to be your housekeeper.
That's not true at all. I was rather thinking it would be better if we just hired a housekeeper. It must be hard for you to balance work and house chores.
It's not hard at all. I only make a small amount of money, and plus, I have a lot of free time. I can't let you pay more to hire a housekeeper.
Oh.
I went freelance after we got married, but there wasn't as much work as expected. I never thought my income would drop this much. So I want to at least do the housework. Please, don't take away my role to take care of the house.
You were still concerned about your income? I told you, you don't have to feel bad about it at all.
I can't just be ignorant of it. I'm younger than you, and also my income has gone down too. I'm really sorry for being an unreliable husband. And it's because of me that Michelle misunderstands you in many ways.
I want to get along with Michelle too, but I don't know how. I guess I have to act like a wife after all. No matter how hard I try, I don't think I can do the housework as well as you.
You don't have to do that. Just tell her the truth. Michelle doesn't even know about my income. That I'm a low-income freelancer. I'll explain that you are the mainstay of our family. And also about her college tuition fees.
You're going to tell her about the tuition fees too?
That's the most important thing to talk about. Our parents passed away early. I'm her older brother, so I should be paying Michelle's tuition. But her brother failed to run his own business. So instead, you have been paying for her tuition fees.
You shouldn't do so. I told you to keep it a secret.
Why are you so eager to keep it a secret? I'm sure Michelle will change her thoughts about you once she knows the truth about her tuition fees. I think it's time she understands where she stands.
I'm not paying it to gain her favor. I just don't want her to go through a hard time like I did. Like you and Michelle, I lost my parents early too. I went to school with no scholarships and no financial support, so I've had a hard time. There are some hardships that it's better not to know about. I'm paying for this just because I want to.
But
I want to be equal with Michelle. We are family now, even if we are sister-in-laws. When a big amount of money is involved, she'll be too reserved and we won't be able to get along with each other. I want to become like real sisters. So, let's pretend that you are still paying for her tuition fees.
Are you sure you're okay with that? Still, I feel bad about all this.
If you feel bad, then please convince Michelle. No matter how hard I try, I won't be able to get back early from work. And I can't cook food tasty enough to satisfy Michelle. It would be helpful if you could get her to agree to let you take care of the housework.
Okay, I'll do my best. And I'll work hard at my job as well as housework. I'll do more business and get more jobs. And one day, I'll earn enough money to pay for my sister's tuition.
I'm counting on you, but don't work too hard. You deserve this. I just filed the divorce papers for you and my brother. Now, my brother will finally be free from you. I won't let you force my brother to do your housework anymore.
What? Divorce papers? Wait, Michelle. What the hell do you mean by that?
It's your fault. How dare you change the locks? Now I can't get into your house.
Your brother changed the locks on his own. But that's because you kept coming back to our place every day, no matter how many times we told you not to. It's not like I told him to change the locks, though.
Don't lie to me. I'm sure you gave orders to my brother. You ordered him not to let his annoying sister in the house, didn't you? Because you can't treat him like a housekeeper when I'm around.
That's not true.
He's the best man in the whole wide world, being kind and skilled at housework. He even has the talent to quit a big company and become a freelancer. I won't let an old hag like you take advantage of him and become his parasite. Let him go. I filed the divorce papers as a last resort.
What do you mean by parasite? I'm not depending on him for everything. We're more like compensating for each other's deficiencies.
Huh? Are you serious? You're a parasite feeding on my brother's youth and housekeeping skills.
I beg your pardon?
My brother could have married a better woman. But he can't because you're his parasite. My brother is kind. He couldn't leave you even if he wanted to. But now that I filed the divorce papers, all's good. He can finally get away from you, his parasite.
It's getting even more difficult to get through to you. I can't believe you've gone off the rails like this with your selfish assumptions and prejudices.
Shut up, old hag. You are no longer qualified to call yourself my brother's wife. You parasitic sister-in-law, get the hell out of our lives.
Actually, your brother's the parasite.
Huh?
Even I, who has a big heart, would be pissed off if you filed the divorce papers without permission. I have no choice but to tell you everything.
What do you mean, everything? I mean, don't treat my brother like a parasite.
But our lives are based on my earnings. In other words, he's my parasite.
What?
Certainly, James could have married a more attractive woman. A younger and prettier girl than me, of course. But currently, he can't live without me. So, even if he wanted to marry another woman, he couldn't. I don't know what to call this situation without calling him a parasite.
Wait a minute. What do you mean my brother is living on your earnings? He's a successful freelancer. He started his own company. He's probably making more than double what he used to.
Actually, the freelance business isn't going so well. He makes less than half of what he used to make. Your brother is dependent on me.
What? My brother is dependent on you?
Yeah, that's right. But he's having a hard time getting work. He's trying, but he's too kind, you know. So, they negotiate the lowest possible price for his job. And it doesn't lead to another job, so they treat him as a convenient worker. I don't see any increase in his income at all.
Oh.
So, he can't live without me. I'm the one paying all the living expenses, including all the tax stuff. And sometimes, I even help him with his deficits.
But my brother is paying my tuition fees. He said since we don't have parents, he'd take the place as my parent. He's been paying my tuition fees for a long time. How is it possible that my brother has such a low income?
You're right. I can't pay for my sister's tuition when my income is so low. That's why Cindy helped me with that too. She paid for all your college tuition fees.
What? Is this James?
And yet, how dare you? Have I ever asked you to file our divorce papers? Did I ask you to free me from her? Why would you do such a selfish thing without even asking me?
I did it all for your sake. You're like a slave to her. Housework is supposed to be done by the wife, but she makes you do it all. I thought you were suffering because of her.
Who decided that housework should be done by the wife? Why are you so hard-headed?
Hey, is it true that you're not paying my tuition? Did Cindy really pay for it?
Yeah, it's true. Because I failed in my own business. She took pity on you and paid for all your tuition.
Oh
no! And she even suggested that I pretend to pay for it, just to make you feel better. She's a very humble and kind-hearted woman. I was lucky to marry someone like her. But you ruined everything. How are you going to take responsibility for this?
I don't know how. I didn't think it would come to this.
Then, instead of taking responsibility, don't ever show your face in front of us again. I never want to see your face.
What?
I'll pay for all your tuition from now on. I'll pay for it, no matter what it takes, even if it means going into debt. I think that's the least I can do as your brother. But other than that, I'm not going to have anything to do with you anymore.
Wait a minute. Don't talk to me like you're cutting ties with me.
I am cutting ties with you. I don't want anything to do with you anymore.
What?
And don't you ever go near her again. Goodbye.
What shall I do, Cindy? I haven't been able to contact my brother at all since then. Maybe he really did cut me off.
He told you so clearly, but you still don't get it? James cut ties with you, Michelle. He deleted your contact information right after that.
Really?
I've already paid the tuition for this semester, so don't worry. James said he'll transfer the rest to your account. Michelle, you just need to continue to earn your living expenses, just like you've always done. Please do your best to graduate from college.
I can't. I can't do it under these circumstances.
Stop whining. You're the one who made James so angry. You can't rely on your brother anymore, but do your best on your own.
I'm telling you, I can't do it. I can't do my best without him. How will I live without money? That's why I went to your place to eat dinner every day. It was to save my food expenses.
What? You were working part-time, right? I thought you were able to manage your own living expenses by yourself.
I used to be able to, but I can't anymore. All the money from my part-time job goes to pay off my debts, and I have to borrow money again because I don't have enough to live on. I'm stuck in a negative loop.
What did you say? Michelle, you're in debt.
That's right. I had so much fun in college that I used too much money. I went drinking, traveling, hanging out with friends. I got into revolving payments.
What? By the way, how much debt do you have?
$15,000.
Oh my God.
It's because my brother never told me. He didn't tell me that revolving repayment was so hard. I read on the internet that revolving repayment is easy. Since he paid for my tuition fees, I couldn't ask him to give me money to have fun. So, I thought a little bit of revolving repayment would be okay, and I took the plunge.
But $15,000? Just by hanging out with friends added up to be this much?
Yes. I like food, so I also went out to eat often. By the time I realized, it was like that.
You have to be kidding me.
I knew I had to talk to my brother about it soon. But I thought if you interfered, He wouldn't help me. That's why I thought it would be better to get you divorced. I thought I could free my brother, and then I could go talk to him about it. I didn't think I'd have to cut ties with him.
I'm too stunned to say anything.
Please, Cindy. Let me talk to my brother, even if it's just for a minute. I'll do my best to pay off my debts on my own. But it's really hard for me to cut relations with my brother. I can't do my best without his support.
If you can't, that's the end of it. It's none of my business, is what he says.
What?
That's what he's saying right next to me.
That can't be true. He always has a soft spot for me and has always been kind to me.
But as a result of his kindness, you filed for his divorce without permission. He's been doing his best for his only sister, but this incident has made him think about a lot of things. He says, people become stronger when they suffer, and I spoiled you too much.
Oh no!
Well then, good luck with paying off your debt. And of course, graduate from your college. It's fun to hang out, but study as much as you have fun. Otherwise, you might not be able to get married by 35.
What?
Good luck with not becoming someone else's parasite. I'll be watching from afar. I found out afterwards that the divorce papers were not accepted. As a rule, they don't accept documents submitted by anyone other than the husband or wife themselves. But James has no intention of forgiving his sister Michelle. He will not support her at all from now on, except for her tuition fees. In addition to the daytime part-time job, Michelle started working at a bar during the night to pay off her debts. I hear that she's working hard to pay off her debts and study hard so that her beloved brother won't hate her any more than he already does. But it's scary when a kind person gets really angry. James says, I'll never forgive her no matter what. She did something that awful.
Hi, Amber. I hope you're doing great. Not sure if Mark has told you, but we're having a wedding in 2 weeks. It would be just a small wedding for both close family members, but we would love for you to come. Small wedding? Thought you guys would be broken up by now. I don't understand what he sees in you anyway. Didn't you come from a poor family? Dad is a farmer, something like that? Your wedding sounds like a waste of my time. I'm sorry you feel that way, but Mark will be very happy if the complete family is there. I really hope that you can make it. Look, I'm a big name here in Paris. I can't be seen in some mediocre wedding. It wouldn't be as grand, but it would be great for memories. Begging like the poor girl that you are. My assistant is sick this week. I need you to book and pay for my flight ticket. I like for it to be business class and window seat only. For the food, no seafood, no beef, no chicken, only salad. No gluten, no dairy, no fried or grilled anything, no nut. I need a fancy car to pick me up from my apartment to airport, so please get that one right too. Don't embarrass me and don't mess up this order. I will not forgive you. Sorry, Amber, I might be really busy. Is it possible that anyone else can help you with the booking? Or perhaps I can ask someone else. You're kidding, right? You're literally the perfect person for this low job. If you want Mark to be happy on his wedding, you better do as I say. Stop trying to ruin things for once. Ugh. This is why we don't welcome someone like you to our family. You idiot! What the hell are you even doing? Hi, Amber. What do you mean? Didn't I ask you to book the flight ticket? Do you want me to come or not? Damn it, Wendy. You're pissing me off. I did book the flight for you, Amber. I emailed it to you yesterday. Exactly, just for me? What the hell were you thinking? I need you to also book the flight for my friends, my boyfriend, and his family. They're all coming, so don't embarrass me. Wait, you invited those people too? Amber, I thought I mentioned to you that it's just going to be a small wedding between close family members. Of course I invited them. They're gonna think I'm a loser for attending such a small wedding. I'm already so embarrassed that my brother is marrying a cheap woman. I'm literally doing you a favor just by attending. If you have a problem with me bringing more people, then I will not come. Easy. My poor brother Mark must be so sad and disappointed, knowing his older sister can't make it to the wedding because his idiotic and cheapskate wife won't be able to fit in slightly more people in her low-budget wedding. My goodness me. Amber, I'm not sure if we can cater to that many extra people. We've planned for months. It's going to be difficult. Then fucking make it work. Let's not waste my time. You're marrying my brother. Shouldn't you have respect for me? Is this how you treat your future sister-in-law? Gosh, even saying that roasts me out. I'll try to make some arrangements, Amber. You better. I can't believe I have to keep on texting you and telling you what to do. For God's sake, Wendy, can't you just do one thing right? I'm really starting to wonder if my educated and well-behaved brother Mark really chose to be with you. Did you blackmail him or something? There's no way he's willing to be with someone as low as you are. Gosh, I'm so frustrated. I could die at any minute because of you. Hey Amber, what's going on now? I've already booked flight tickets for all your extra guests and made last-minute arrangements to fit them all in the wedding. Why didn't you book us a hotel? Do you have to be told to do everything? Can't you think? Wait, I didn't know that you would need to stay in a hotel. I thought you would be staying at the family house. I've helped out clean your room and prepare it for you when you come back. As for the rest, I thought they would have their own arrangements. I didn't know I was supposed to provide accommodations for extra guests too. I'm a bit confused. Hell no! What makes you think I'll stay at the family home? Do you not fucking know who I am? I don't want the media to be seeing me anywhere close to that old house. But Amber, the family would be so happy to see you in the house. Well, I am not so happy to see any of them. Listen, Wendy, could you not make me repeat myself? Get me a hotel room at the nearest 5-star hotel, as well as the rest of my guests. Get us the most expensive rooms you can get. Don't you dare pick the cheapest one and embarrass me. Wait, Amber, am I expected to pay for this? I've already paid for the flight tickets and those were way over my budget too. It's going to be hard for me to afford an expensive hotel. Wow, what a cheapskate indeed. Wendy, just in case you haven't noticed, I don't care whatever kind of money problems you have. Are you telling me that you would rather that I sleep on the street or something? What a joke. Get it done and get it done quick. Stop making excuses.
Hey honey, I heard Amber is not staying at the family house. Is that true?
Hi, honey. That's true. She's staying in a hotel instead. Perhaps she feels uncomfortable with everyone else around and she hasn't seen them for years.
What a joke. And her extra guest?
Yeah, they're staying in a hotel too. I've helped them make some arrangements.
Wait, who's paying for this? Please tell me Amber is responsible for all the payments.
About that...
Honey, no way. You pay? The flight tickets too? That's outrageous. Why didn't you tell me? I would have given her a piece of my mind. I know you don't have enough to pay for all those.
Honey, it's okay. Don't be angry first. I'll work extra hours after a wedding. Don't worry. I've already talked to my manager about it.
Wendy, don't be crazy. I'll talk to Amber.
Mark, no. Please don't talk to her. Look, I just really want a nice and smooth wedding, okay? I really can't afford another tantrum and whatnot. It feels like a bit of bad luck. Let's just listen to her this time. I promise, no more. I really don't want everyone to get involved.
Honey, you're being too nice.
It's really okay, honey. Please just let this one go and pretend like you don't know anything about it.
Fine, if you insist. But if she does it again, I will not stop. Don't worry, honey. I will help you pay for the things. That's the least I can do since you're being so sweet trying to bond with my sister even though she's being disrespectful.
Hi, honey. Did you by any chance went into my room earlier or saw anyone who did?
I think I saw Ember went in because she said she needed to borrow something from you. What's wrong?
Well, remember the necklace that my father gave me for the wedding? One that my mother wore during her wedding. It's missing. I don't think I misplaced it. I put it in the box near my bed. It seems like someone took it. I'm just not sure who. Also, my wedding dress is slightly torn on the sleeve. Seems like someone might have tried it on and tore it apart by accident.
Oh no, do you think it's Ember? It must have been her. That's it, I'll talk to her.
No, please. I'll talk to her. I'm sure it's just a misunderstanding. Please let me handle this. Hi, Ember. Sorry to bother you. Did you by any chance take my necklace and try it on my dress? The hell? Are you accusing me of stealing your stuff? You're kidding, right? What? No, that's not what I mean. It's just that Mark told me that he saw you went into my room. My necklace has gone missing. It's the one my father gave to me for my wedding. Boo-hoo, sucks to be you. I didn't steal your cheap-ass traditional necklace. What makes you even think that I would want to touch that, huh? You think a high-profile person like me would want to get anywhere close your cheap dress and necklace? Sorry, Ember. I really didn't mean to accuse or anything. Maybe I misplaced it. I'm sorry. What a joke. It's almost like you're trying to make me hate you more by behaving this way. I know this is the behavior you grew up with, but can you civilize just for a bit? My poor brother is probably so embarrassed. I haven't found my necklace yet. My father would be so disappointed when he sees me not wearing it. About that, did you see it?
No, I didn't, but Ember has been telling the rest of the family members that you were being so harsh on her and accusing her of stealing it. She said you also accused her of touching your wedding dress. She claims she's traumatized by your reaction and refused to get anywhere near you now.
What? That's not true. I didn't do that. Why would she spread the wrong story about me?
I know you didn't do it, honey, and if it wasn't for you, I would have given her a piece of my mind, but you told me you didn't want me to get involved.
That's right, honey. It's okay. Tomorrow I'll be your wife, and that's all I care about. Let's just ensure that everything goes smoothly. I'm really not up for some family drama.
I can't wait to marry you. I'll see you tomorrow.
Seriously, Ember? This is too much. I can no longer take this disrespect from you. I tried my best to listen to you and build a bond with you, but all you've been trying to do since day one is embarrass me and ruin my wedding. Throwing up all over my guests and starting a fight with my bridesmaid? Interrupting the ceremony is a joke? Why would you even do that? You told everyone that I was accusing you of stealing my necklace. I was right. You stole my necklace and you have no shame walking around with it, especially in front of my father. He was so hurt because he thought I didn't want it. And wearing white to my wedding? What exactly is your problem with me? What did I ever do to you that you want to ruin my wedding so bad? Hey, Amber. Is this you I see making out with your brother-in-law at the hotel lobby? What? How did you... When? Wendy, I need to have a conversation with you. Please. It's more than what you saw. There's an explanation to it. Please, you can't tell anyone about it. It will ruin my life. Wendy, I'm sorry for what I did. I was so horrible to you, and you don't deserve it at all. I'm sorry I stole your necklace. You can have it back. I'm sorry I wore white. I was really an asshole for doing that. Hey, Amber. I'm glad you apologized. All I wanted was to bond with you like you're my own sister. We had a rough start, but I hope we get along from now. Don't worry, your secret is safe with me under one condition. What is it? I'll do anything, I promise. I need you to apologize to me in front of everyone during the wedding dinner. Apologize for accusing me of being mean to you. Apologize for stealing my necklace. Apologize for wearing white. Apologize for being awful to me. But I can't just apologize to you now. No, I want it to be in front of everyone. You embarrassed me in front of everyone. It's only right that you apologize to me in front of everyone. Fine, I'll do it. Then your secret is safe with me. Thank you, Wendy. I've always known that you're such a sweetheart. Mark is so lucky to have you. What the fuck is wrong with you? You promised me you wouldn't expose me, and you did in front of everyone. You're such a two-faced bitch. How dare you ruin my reputation? That's funny coming from you, someone who has been trying to ruin my wedding since day one. Think I'm a loser, huh? Are you out of your fucking mind? Nobody gives a shit about you. You're just a farmer girl who came to my family and tried to act like a goody-goody princess. I won't let you get away with this. I will sue you for defamation. Oh, come on, Ember. Your boyfriend, or should I say ex-boyfriend, literally exposed your bankruptcy. How are you gonna sue me? With what money? I heard you literally borrowed a combination of 100K from each of the family members. Maybe you want to worry about how to pay them back first? You crazy bitch! It was probably you who convinced him to do it. I knew that you've always wanted to ruin me. You're not going to get away with this. Please, Ember, you couldn't possibly think that your boyfriend still thinks highly of you after what you did to him. He doesn't need me to convince him. He already knows what he wanted to do. If I were you, I would start making an urgent plan to go and live somewhere else quietly. By the side of it, your family members are going to hunt you down until they get their money back. The revelation that Ember was actually bankrupt angered a lot of family members, and it turned out that Ember had been borrowing money as much as $100,000 from the family members combined, and the bankruptcy meant that she couldn't pay any of them anymore. Ember became an outcast in her family and was disowned, and her story of bankruptcy was also shown in the media. She had to leave Paris and came back to her hometown and lived low in a small apartment. On the other hand, Wendy was able to finally live her life in peace without having to worry about the need to bond with her sister-in-law. She and her husband had a happy marriage.